Good evening, friends. Demographers, futurists, and trend analysts on population studies make certain forecasts on generations and their implications. Today, the entire world is on Gen Beta, the generation who are born after January 2025. This is a video in two parts. In part one, we explore on understanding generations, why study generations and generations classified. And in part two of the video, we explore on Gen Beta, all the predictions about this generation born after January 1st, 2025. Welcome to video part one. What are generations? Generations are groupings of people born within a specific time frame who share common experiences, cultural influences, and historical events, what shape their attributes, attitudes, behaviors, and values. These cohorts provide a way to analyze societal trends, predict behaviors, and understand the evolving dynamics of humanity over time. So then, why do generations matter? First point, shared context. Members of generation often experience similar historical events, technologies, and cultural shifts during their formative years. This shared context shapes their worldview. For example, millennials grew up with the internet while Gen Z grew with social media. The second point is all about cultural identity. Each generation reflects distinct cultural trends, preferences, and values that influence industries like fashion, media, politics, etc. The third point is economic and market behavior. Businesses use generational insights to design products, target marketing, and predict consumer trends. The fourth point is intergenerational dynamics. Understanding generational traits helps foster better communication and collaboration across different age groups. On defining generations. Generations are usually defined based on one time period, a span of roughly 15-20 years, often marked by significant societal or technological changes. The second is formative influences. Key events like wars, economic booms, or recessions, technological breakthroughs, or cultural movements. The third is behavioral patterns, differences in lifestyle, work habits, and priorities. Now, how generations are identified? Few points for analysis. One is cohort theory, proposed by Carl Mannheim. This theory suggests that individuals born around the same time share common societal experiences that influence their consciousness and identity. The second one is on demographics. Birth rates, population growth, and life expectancy help define when one generation transitions to another. The third is technological shifts. The adoption of transformative technologies often signals the emergence of new generation. For example, a smartphone is a defining technology for Gen Z. So what generations are not? One, rigid categories. Generations are not monolithic. Individual experiences within a generation can vary widely based on geography, socioeconomic status, and culture. The second is strict boundaries. Transition years. For example, between millennials and Gen Z, and now Gen Alpha, Gen Beta, often produce cusper individuals who embody traits of both generations. Purpose of defining these generations. Why this discussion? One, sociological insight. Understanding how societal changes influence human behavior. Second, policy development. Crafting education, labor, and social priorities and policies suited to generational needs. Third, business strategy. Identifying generational preferences for effective product design and marketing. The generations provide a framework for understanding the evolution of the society and the diverse ways people navigate the world, influenced by the times in which they live. However, there are broad generalizations, not strict rules about human behavior. Key observations across generations. One, evolving technology. Each generation grows up with technology that shapes their worldview and behaviors. Second is shifting values. Later generations prioritize individuality, inclusivity, and sustainability more than earlier ones. Third, globalization. Younger generations are increasingly global citizens, influenced by international cultures and trends. Fourth one is parental influence. Generally, generational traits are often shaped by the parenting styles and socioeconomic conditions over time. Demographic forecasts, including those predicting the characteristics and impact of emerging generations like Gen Beta, are typically conducted by a combination of researchers, futurists, and organizations specializing in social trends, technology, and economics. These forecasts rely on a mix of quantitative and qualitative methods. Here is an overview of who makes these predictions and their basis. Who makes these forecasts? One, demographers study population trends, birth rates, and generational cohorts. Example, United Nations Population Division and Pew Research Center. Second, futurists and trend analysts focus on predicting societal changes based on emerging technologies and cultural shifts. For example, Ray Kurzweil, Faith Popcorn, known for trend forecasting. Third, consulting firms analyze businesses and societal trends to prepare clients for future. For example, McKinsey Company, Deloitte, and Gartner, etc. Four, academic and think tanks. Universities and independent research organizations explore interplay of technology, economics, and society. For example, Brookings Institution, MIT's Media Lab. Fifth, media and market research firms. These focus on consumer behavior and technological adoption to identify generational traits. For example, Nielsen, laptops, and Forsetter, etc. Basis of demographic forecasts. The basis is one is historical data, examining patterns from previous generations like baby boomers, Gen X, Millennials, Gen Z, etc., identifying recurring social and economic and technological shifts. Second one would be birth and population trends, using current and projected birth rates, mortality rates, and immigration data. For example, predictions about Gen Beta being born post 2025 are tied to millennial parents having children. Third one is technological advancements, assessing the adoption curve and social impact of emerging technologies like AI, automation, and AR, VR. For example, the prediction of Gen Beta as AI native comes from current trends in tech adoption. Fourth one would be cultural shifts, observing changes in values, behaviors, and societal norms. For example, increasing importance of sustainability and inclusivity among younger cohorts. Fifth one would be economic trends, examining shifts in global economies, industries, and job markets. For example, the rise of the gig economy and remote work influencing future generations. The sixth one is environmental factors, understanding the impact of climate change and sustainability efforts. For example, forecasting Gen Beta's focus on eco-friendly living and advocacy. And the seventh one would be educational and parenting trends, predicting generational traits based on how children are raised and educated. For example, Gen Beta may have access to personalized AI tutors and AR-based learnings. Eighth, scenario planning and simulation models, using AI-driven tools to simulate possible futures based on current trends and variables. For example, companies like Gartner and McKinsey use such models for business foresight. Example forecasting studies. McCrindle Research coined the term Gen Alpha, predecessors of Gen Beta, and developed insights into their behavior based on historical and projected trends. The second is World Economic Forum publishes reports on future job skills and technology adoption. And the third is United Nations providing demographic trends and projections influencing generational studies. These forecasts combine data-driven insights with imaginative extrapolation to prepare businesses, governments, and individuals for the future. However, these predictions are probabilistic and subject to change based on unforeseen events or technological breakthroughs. Brief overview of generations and the descriptions based on research and forecasting by demographers, trend analysts, and futurists. First class are traditionalists. These are called silent generation, who are born in between 1928 and 1945. Their traits: hardworking, disciplined, loyal to institutions, value tradition. The context: lived through World War II, Great Depression, and post-war recovery. And the key technology they have seen as radio and early television. The second class are baby boomers, who are born between 1946 and 1964. Their traits: optimistic, competitive, value personal growth and career success. Their context: post-World War II prosperity, civil rights movement, and the Cold War. The technology: television and early computers. The third class is Generation X, born between 1965 and 1980. Their traits: independent, pragmatic, skeptical, and adaptable. Their context: economic turbulence, rise of personal computers, fall of the Berlin Wall. The key technology: video cassette recorders, early internet, and video games. The next class are Millennials, Gen Y, who are born between 1981 and 1996. Their traits: tech savvy, socially conscious, value experience over material possessions. The context: the digital revolution, globalization, 9/11, and the 2008 financial crisis. The key technologies: social media, smartphones, and broadband internet. Generation Z, the Zoomers, who are born between 1997 and 2012. Their traits: digital natives, entrepreneurial, they are diverse, and they value authenticity and sustainability. Their context: born into a full digital world, grew up with social media and climate activism. The key technologies: mobile devices, social media, AI, streaming platforms. Generation Alpha, born between 2013 2024 approximately. Their traits: highly tech integrated, inquisitive, expect instant gratification, eco-conscious. The context: growing up with artificial intelligence, AR, virtual reality, and heightened environmental awareness. The key technology: AI assistants, AR, VR, smart choices and devices. Generation Beta, forecasted, born 2025-2040. Their traits: predicted, first true AI native generation, hyper personalized expectations, global outlook, tech dependency, and likely to prioritize mental health, inclusivity, and environmental sustainability. Their context: forecasted, immersive technologies, climate challenges, and rise of automation. Their predicted key technology: advanced AI, autonomous systems, bioenhancements, and metaverse platforms. Thank you for watching. Kindly don't miss the upcoming video on Gen Beta coming up shortly. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel, Praranadhara Dr. D.V. Ramanamurthy, PhD, Management. Thank you very much.